All right. We got shit to do. Screw the foreplay.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah, so just prepare to...
It'll be great.
It'll be perfect. Yeah, so just prepare to...
Y'all motherfuckers don't watch us play throughout the year, to tell you the truth. I'm gonna be real with you, and I don't care if I get fined.
That train is off the track.
I feel like you can't just like jump through Neptune and be okay.
Just prepare to...
What the show needs is more dogs and bears and chickens and stuff.
Yeah, so just prepare to be awash in unbeatable goodness.
Welcome, Pacers fans. You are listening to the Undebeatables, your semi-weekly Pacers podcast. Today is currently Tuesday, December 2nd, and this is episode 793. Coming to you from Tacoma, Washington. I am your host today, the Enforcer, John Harper. This week, we are going to discuss 5 games of basketballs with an unfortunate 2 wins sprinkled in. Joining me today is just one of our excellent hosts. I forgot to come up with a nickname for you. The unforgettable bartender, Jonathan Coalson.
Well
The
done.
only
with
from
that.
Asheville.
You can't
I was
even.
like,
Can't
I'm
even.
trying to come up with something. I got nothing.
Can't even tell you
been a
did
long
that
day.
without a script. You just nailed it.
Nah, I got nothing. Every day's the first day.
Shout out to Ray J. Dennis. We buried Lee Knew Ye.
I feel like we knew Yee pretty well.
We did. He played like all season.
I know. I'm going to miss that guy.
Yeah. I mean, I think he was getting like 5 minutes a game, so it wasn't like he was absolutely crushing, but...
Well, at the end of the show, I think we're going to get an update on the top 25 list. We'll see how high on the top 10 Ray J. Dennis made it before getting launched.
That's right. We'll have to do our ceremony for people. I mean,
That's right.
he may still. I'm sure he's still in the league. I don't think he's retiring, but he's no longer on the Pacers.
I mean, he'll get picked up by the G League and take Ethan Thompson's spot.
Hope so. I hope so.
Yep. My shout out tonight to the Rooster, Danilo Gallinari. Out of the league, has retired from professional basketball.
Oh my goodness. When did that happen?
I know. It is an ESPN headline, my friend.
Oh, my.
Recently.
Okay.
16 years in the NBA, playing 14 seasons and 2 ACLs.
Oh, ouch. The fact that he played that long is amazing.
He played for the Denver Nuggets, LA Clippers, Oklahoma City Thunder, Atlanta Hawks, Washington Wizards, Detroit Pistons, Milwaukee Bucks, and somehow had a cup of coffee with the Boston Celtics, but of course, no games played there. I feel like he did play one game, but that was Hayward, wasn't it?
Yes.
I'm confusing him with the other guy, the other big-ass white boy who's always broken.
I'm pretty sure he was also on one of our video game Pacer teams. I feel like we had Gallinari getting like MVPs one year.
I'm sure we did. He's tall and can shoot threes.
That's right. We love those guys. Size and shooting.
All right. Well, before we go any further, just want to remind listeners that you can support the longest running Pacers podcast. That's us. By going to patreon.com/undebeatables for as little as $1 a month. As I said, 5 games to cover this week. The first of which was on Monday, November 24th. We faced the Detroit Pistons and took care of business at home, losing 122-117. In this game, just a balanced scoring attack from the Pistons. They pretty much whipped us up and down the lineup. 24 from Siakam for the good guys. A big 21 from Jarris Walker. Excellent game from him, going 5 of 6 from 3. Followed that up with a barn burner at Toronto 2 days later, 97-95 away in Canada. Apparently the lids were on the hoop for that one.
No, that was a defensive
nope.
scrum. It was playoff intensity, Harper.
Sure. No one scores more than 16 points for us. TJ leads the way. Brandon Ingram and Scotty Barnes combined for 50 on the other side of the stat sheet.
Ingram hits the game winner over Siakam. Brutal.
It was brutal. Great shot. What was it, like 0.6 of a second or something left on the clock?
Yeah, got to his spot. Yeah. And, Siakam was right there, but just got, a little bit off his footing, and Ingram can pull back so far.
The man's 6'8" with a 7-foot wingspan. There's nothing that you can do unless you're Wembanyama to stop that. So
got a pretty clean look, and it went down.
The way that we could have won this game was by not sending Scotty Barnes to the foul line 14 times, but I digress. We followed that up on Friday, November 28th, and did the only thing that we could do, which is beat Washington. And when I say beat Washington, I mean we whooped their ass. It was 119-86.
Yeah.
I could have scored in double digits in this one. Washington still sitting on 2 wins. Did not want to own that tiebreaker against another team that looks like it might be in tank time, and went out and took care of business.
Yeah, they tanked harder than we did.
Oh boy, did they tank. Marvin Bagley gets a DMP. They get 24 from Alex Sarr, who apparently did not get a memo. They have no soul. And then that's when the good stuff happens on Saturday, November 29th. Second half of a back-to-back, coming off a win. We defend home court against the hated Chicago Bulls and win 103-101. 24 from Siakam.
Including the game winner.
Quick points from Jay Huff, including the game winner from Pascal.
Jay Huff, they interviewed him after the game, and they said, what can you tell us about, your scoring the first 14 points of the game? And he goes, I don't really remember what happened. I was like, that's awesome. he was like the caffeine kind of kicked in. Like, I guess he was in the zone or whatever. I don't know. It's just absolutely amazing. And then, of course, scored not again for the rest of the game. But
yep, ends the game with 14 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 more blocks, adding to his league high total.
We do have to talk about that. J Huff, it's the Huffasance. He leads the league in blocks,
baby. That's right. Benedict Mathurin added 19 in this game. Isaiah Jackson had 14 on perfect shooting from the floor, 5 of 5 from inside 2. We got 4 of 4 from the stripe. We got 11 rebounds. We got an assist and a steal, a couple blocks to boot. Isaiah's game of the week, no doubt. Mm-hmm. And TJ, not called upon to lead the way, but still had 8 and 6 assists for us. 3 steals and somehow a block. That's embarrassing for someone. So back-to-back wins on back-to-back nights for your Indiana Pacers.
A corner has been turned.
And then Cleveland came to town. And had just about enough of seeing us on that side of the win column. They notched their 13th win of the season, which is maybe a little bit less than they thought they would have to their credit at this point. But 135-19, you get 43 from Spida.
He was unstoppable.
He was unstoppable. You get Jalen Tyson somehow going 10 of 13 from the field. I don't even know who that is.
I'd never heard of him, and he just kept doing
Never
stuff.
heard of him.
Yeah.
Now, why did we not get him in the office? He's on a 2-way, I assume. I assume every player is on a 2-way.
That you've never heard of is on a
us?
2-way.
Maybe just us.
Oh, see, every player. I see.
Yes.
Let's see.
They also have a Tyrese Proctor who scored 12.
They drafted him, I think. Let's see what's going on with
Yes.
this Tyson kid. It's his birthday today.
Thomas Brighton. Oh, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Tyson. You jerk.
Did he turn 22?
He was born in 2002, so turned 23.
23.
Yeah.
Gotcha. First round pick last year, 20th overall. Thomas Bryant, Pacers fans will be happy to know, playing well in Cleveland.
And love dunking it on us.
Unfortunately.
Was just really talking so much yang, particularly to Bradley. Just loving it. Ugh, God, that hurt.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, that happened against us, but we only have to deal with that a couple more times this season. So that rounds out the Pacers week, doubling our win total. We are now sitting on 4-17. We have won all 4 of those games at home, as you might imagine. I believe it was Jason who was nice enough to point out that as long as we just double our win total every week until the end of the season, we'll have like 10 million wins. Should be good.
That sounds good.
No problem.
That's how math
That's my
works.
stat of the week. You're welcome.
Stat of the week. This Cleveland game said that the attendance was 15,000 people. I don't know how that's possible. That was a very empty arena. I know that it's snowing there in Indiana, and I know the Pacers are bad, and I know it was a Monday, but that place was crickets.
Well, what they missed was Garrison Matthews tearing stuff up at 15 points, 3 of 3 from three-point land. Went to the stripe 9 times.
A lot of hustle plays.
They missed the debut of new pacer Ethan Thompson.
Whoop, whoop.
Played 7 minutes, went 1 of 2 from the floor.
Got his first basket as an NBA player. Shout out Ethan Thompson.
That is right. And outscored Ben Shepherd, which is maybe not a great sign for Ben Shepherd, considering he played 18 minutes.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Nice. Poor kid is struggling.
He is struggling. Ethan Thompson was named after Jason's kid, which is wild.
Yeah, I know. That's some real timey-wimey stuff.
Ethan Thompson's parents were big fans of the show.
That's right. Well, I mean, a surprisingly good couple weeks of basketball here. Sort of ish. I mean, we beat the Bulls, which is just always fun.
Yes.
Maybe
Great.
not a great 2 weeks a fun 2 weeks of basketball.
I gotta say so the Bulls game was the first game that I've watched beginning to end with my wife, and it was really fun. I mean, she watched every game of the playoffs with us the last 2 years, but it's been everybody needs a break, particularly people that aren't crazy people like us. And she was like, "Why is this team so bad? They're playing really well, And she was right. I mean, I know it was the Bulls, but like,
Whoa.
We were like,
Well, we're playing against the likes of Matas Bazeli.
right. But we were like running plays and playing defense and getting, it's like, we looked a little bit like the team that she remembers from last year,
Yeah.
And in large part because this team sort of is settling into a rhythm now. The injuries have kind of happened and shaken out, and we know that we're going to be without Neesmith and Toppin for a while. But the team
guys
is
are
on
getting
the
used
floor.
to playing with each other, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And Siakam was just brilliant in that game. I don't want to belittle the contributions that Miles Turner had to our franchise.
I do.
But
You want to hand over the mic? I'm on it.
yeah, go ahead. How's J Huff playing, Harper? How's J Huff doing?
J Huff is leading the league in flipping blocks, man. Now, minor technicality that Wemby has missed a few and so doesn't qualify. But hey, even if you're second in the league in really any stat to Wembenyama, you're a success case as far as I'm concerned.
Hell yeah.
What's more, when you look at Jay Huff's stats this season, the kid is, overall, he's only averaging, 8 points and 3.5 boards. But if you per 36 this guy, he's sitting on 15.7 and 7.3. You want to guess what the best player, not named Giannis, in Milwaukee is averaging per 36?
I assume it's Miles Turner because that's what he did for us for 10 years. He gave us 15 and 7.
It's so close, it's bizarre. It's 15.3 and 7.5, right? These guys are effectively interchangeable. 2 blocks for him. In fairness, per 36 this season, Jay Huff is at 4.6 blocks per 36.
Yeah,
but obviously, we can assume that may revert to the mean at some point, and he may come back down to earth at only 2.5.
Well, I don't
but
know
that's still
though.
whooping Miles Turner.
Yeah, because the thing is like his overall numbers, of course, were when the season began. He wasn't getting that many minutes. He's now settled into like 25 minutes a game. And in those, he's averaging like 3 to 4 blocks in those 25 minutes. He's giving you about 6 rebounds and 15 points, yes, but those blocks have been incredible. He's in the zone right now on defense over the last few games. So, and I really do think. I know it was Siakam who hit the game winner in the Chicago game, but it was Huff's defense down the stretch. And tough rebounds and blocks that made that helped us win that game. So, all we really needed was the center position to sort of have some stability. And Huff has this great game, and then Isaiah Jackson has a great game off the bench. And
Killer game.
Yeah. He had a lot of dunks. He wasn't like shooting jump shots, but he did have a couple back down in the lanes.
But that's what he does.
Yeah.
That's what he does, right? If he can find his way into some space and you can find him, he can handle things. He gets to the line a couple times. He had a good week of basketball. I just quick shout out to the coaching staff, right? Obviously Miles Turner is a sort of singular talent in his way, right? There just aren't a lot of guys who have the feel around the rim for blocking shots that he does. And I just assumed that was all innate talent. Or mostly innate talent. Of course, everybody works hard in the NBA, but watching what our coaching staff has been able to get Jay Huff to this early in the season just by putting him in the Miles Turner role is quite impressive. And like I said, I obviously expect a reversion to the mean here. And a lot of teams are just assuming that they can just run by the big white guy, and I get it. You think it could. But he's handling his own. He's standing up to defenses and, doing work. And our coaching staff deserves credit for helping him be prepared every night and playing really good basketball. The Huffisons, baby.
Well, it did seem like when we picked him up, Memphis was happy to get rid of him. Seemed like maybe he wasn't going to stick in this league. And, suddenly he's not even able to hold down a center spot, which we basically opened up for him at the beginning of this season. And, I love the fact that he's becoming a really important player in this starting lineup. It's the starting lineup's kind of cohesing because he's playing well.
Cohesing. That's right. I'm going to figure out how to spell that and then name the show that.
Okay.
If you don't have PTSD after spending a year in Memphis, then you stand alone. You probably got a gun pointed at him. Hell, we just play him. We get guns pointed at us. Shit. So the fact that it took him a little while to find his place here and, get into rhythm, not at all surprising. He's been a heck of a player and a good teammate, and he deserves his minutes so far. So it's good to see. I think it's a great challenge too to Isaiah Jackson. Obviously, we still lack consistency there. Not surprising for a kid his age, still coming off an injury. But that game against Chicago, where he puts up 14 in 23 minutes. He's perfect from the floor. Rips down 11 boards. has a couple blocks. This is maybe a look at what we hope he can become a little bit more consistently for us.
Without a doubt. I mean, and, you know, he gets 15 minutes against Cleveland because, you know, Huff and Tony Bradley. I mean, Bradley basically played trash minutes when there was a lot of trash minutes in this game. But, you know, Jackson gives you 6 points, 3 rebounds, 2 blocks, you know, and a steal. I mean, this is, you know, you want him to give you energy, high percentage shot making, and you know, defense, and he was able to do that in short stint. So maybe, you know, maybe he wasn't meant for that starting lineup. Maybe he's can carve out his minutes as the backup center.
I feel like we're going backwards tonight. We're just to move our way back up to the starters here. Benedict Mathurin, pretty solid week of basketball. Does not shoot the ball very well against Detroit. Just 3 of 13 and then 5 of 13 in the Toronto loss. But double digits every night, obviously. Gets up to 20 against Washington. But like I said, I probably could have scored double digits in that one. Just not great percentages off the floor. Like, he's getting the job done, but just percentage-wise, he has not been very efficient with the ball.
He seems to run into traffic without a plan a lot, which has been sort of his go-to. I mean, when his rookie year, his plan was just to throw his body at the basket and go to the foul line and score a high percentage from there. And that still seems to be a lot of his plan. And I'm not seeing him get the same calls he was.
Yeah, that's fine until you play these 5 games and go to the line 8 times, and you have in that same stretch of time, you go, let's see, 13, 14, 16 times over the course of 5 games. So 3 a game, basically.
Yeah.
But you don't have, in none of those games, you have less than 3 turnovers, right? He has 5 in one game and 4 in the other.
Right.
I mean,
It's tough.
It's not great.
It's not great. I mean, this is tough. I mean, you know, what you're seeing right now is Siakam coming out night in and night out and being just a damn professional and doing everything he can to help this team win. You've got Huff figuring out his role, Nembhard being Nembhard, you know, and Jarris Walker and Shepherd have had, you know, some trouble here with their season so far, but Walker's having more good games than not recently. Then there's just a bunch of guys off the street that we've signed, and you feel like this is Mathurin's chance to settle in as the starting, you know, guard wing, I guess. I mean, maybe that's part of the problem. He's going back and forth between shooting guard and small forward. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like he's settling in like I thought he would. I mean, this could be his team, you know, while Halliburton's not there.
He clearly wants it to be.
Yeah.
But obviously very much Siakam's team. Just steady as she goes. I mean,
God, he's been brilliant. Just absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, he dipped below 50% off the floor in the Chicago game, which we won anyway. He hits the game winner in that one. Other than that, he's over 50% off the floor in every game, even though he's the total focal point of any defense.
Exactly. He's getting triple teamed. You know, that game.
Only guy that people are looking at.
Well, the game winner, he's double teamed. There's 2 guys jumping in his eye, and you know, he was like, "Well, I got to my spot." I'm like, "Yeah, you got to your spot, but there's 2 guys on you," and he's like, "Whatever, cash." Yeah, absolutely unbelievable. And doing everything too, you know, he's rebounds, assists, whatever the team needs, he's doing. He's on the floor, he's hustling.
Yeah, working super hard. Got a little bit of a break in the Washington game because we whooped their ass. Other than that, over 30 minutes in every game this week. You know, he's asked to do a lot for this team for sure. Nembhard also over 30 minutes in every game, including 35 or 37 against Detroit. Another tough week for him, pretty up and down. how good is this team if Nembhard is playing super well right now?
Pretty darn good. I think I think he must be still dealing with an issue of some sort. I mean, you've talked before about the delta between his regular season and his playoffs, and we're remembering him as this, incredible playoff player who craves big moments and shoots ridiculous percentages from three. I mean, this is how we got to one of the main reasons we got to the finals, right? He's not that guy necessarily during the regular season, but watching him, I feel like there are stretches where he's just sloppy with the ball. He seems like he's losing focus. He's making some poor decisions. And then in the same game, even a few minutes later, he'll be draining, shots and getting into the lane and stuff. I wonder if he's still dealing with something physical or whether, he's just having... I don't know. I don't know what it is, but he seems to come and go within games, let alone within the season.
It a lot of times does feel like concentration stuff with him, but in his defense, it's really hard to be dialed in, every minute of the 37 minutes a game we're asking him to play for 82 games a season, and then show up for, a flawless postseason to take us to the finals where we don't probably deserve to be. So I'm fine with where he's at. I mean, the guy scores 32 against Cleveland, right? Otherwise, a little bit of an off week for him. I joke a little bit about us, taking care of business by losing to Detroit at home, but I mean, we don't want to win too many games unless we can actually compete for something here.
Right.
And this team does not look like it's in a position to compete for stuff this year. No. We know who we have, right? And we know Halliburton's not coming back, even if we make a deep playoff run. So,
right. Which
Obi Toppin is not going to change our fortunes so greatly that we go to a top half of the playoff bracket team. It's not the cards.
No, I mean, I'm with you. I think that if this was the team we had at the beginning of the season, we're closer to 500, and then maybe getting Neesmith and Toppin back can get you to the playoffs. But starting with this deficit, I mean, we're 12 games below 500, and we're only
13.
Oh, 13. Sorry. And we're only 20, 21 games into the season. Like it's a wrap, right? Like we could go on an amazing hot streak if Halliburton was walking through the door or something, but he's not. So this is a team that I think will probably win. Will play 500 basketball. I think they can beat the bad teams at home. I think that's what this team can do, and that is not going to get you back to 500. So yeah, don't rush anybody back. McConnell plays 6 minutes in this Cleveland game, just because he's old. Basically, they said that not worry too much about. He was in the third game in 4 nights and coming off his injury. He didn't re-injury anything, I guess. So, but yeah, I think everybody should take breaks if they're feeling a little banged up. This is that kind of season.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's going to be awfully tough to get Spicy P to sit down for very long, and certainly he has all-star aspirations again this year, and probably a pretty good shot at making one the way that he's producing. But it probably does behoove us to give these guys a little bit lighter workload, unless your name's Benedict Mathurin, who we should milk.
Well, and I'm excited about Ethan Thompson's future with the Pacers here. Jeremiah Robinson Earl has clearly earned the trust of coach, and when you watch him, you understand why. He just is making smart plays and tough plays, and knows his role. Although he did take a 3-pointer, which apparently he can hit, but way off in the
none of the 3 that he took against Cleveland got very close to.
No, they looked bad.
Yeah, he's also 1 of 5 from the floor generally, so just not a very good night for him. But
so Garrison Matthews
played 25.
Right,
he's got trust.
Well, he doesn't have a razor, however. The man is he looks. I think he's going for the Wolverine look. I don't know, but I feel like he makes millions of dollars and should hire someone to shave him.
Maybe it's the source of all his powers. Maybe he's Samson.
Maybe he is Samson. Yeah, Lipscomb. All right. The only thing from Lipscomb ever. So there was a joke on the thread that after Siakam hit the game winner, that maybe he finally made it to the Pacers top 25, and it wasn't really a joke. It's actually what happened.
Finally,
he has been sitting right outside looking in, and it was such a fun moment and a wonderful, joyous thing, and all the guys were, jumping on him and everything. And I thought, this guy has put this team on his back, and he also has been in quite a few playoff games for us, and I should probably consider putting him on the top 25 list. He moved up real fast. He didn't go from 26 to 25. He went from 26 to 15. So Siakam is now the 15th favorite Pacer of all time. Yeah.
Man, that is an important shot to hit in the doldrums of the season.
That's gonna matter
against
not at
a
all.
mediocre Bulls team in a freaking tank year. Little did he know how much was riding on that shot.
That's right. Oh God, absolutely amazing. So went from outside looking in to solidly in the middle.
To solidly in the middle, and going to be difficult to shake loose from that.
That's right.
So who got knocked from 25? Do we know?
So yeah,
from 25A, 25B.
I've had some real. Actually, I have a lot to say about the top 25 Pacers. If you'd like to get into that now, but I've had some real come to Jesus moments recently about this. Oladipo's off the top 25 list. I know.
Oh, I don't know why I'm sad. Of course he is. Why was?
Well, I've been holding on to.
I forgot why he was there.
Because he was so important to that team that I absolutely loved, and he was whatever, the happy warrior.
Dude, I was so gutted, man. When he was gone, he was gone.
Yeah. It was a beautiful 3-year run with him, but yeah,
it was really special.
It was, and so that's why he was hanging on. But when I look at the totality of this, of the history of the team, I mean, Siakam now has still not been there as long as Oladipo has, but he's been in 3 times as many playoff games, 4 times as many playoff games. And that's really what this is about, right? I mean, I think one of the comments that you or Jason made when we when I first revealed the top 25, it was all these guys have been in the playoff wars, right? Like that's what it is. It's my favorite players are the ones that had the deepest runs and the longest runs. And so thinking about that, I went ahead and I I looked at the Pacers and their playoff runs, and it's pretty fascinating. And so I'm going to break it down for you real fast. So I did arbitrary cutting things off. I said you had to play at least 20 playoff games, and you had to do it for at least 4 years. Okay? And so that list is Reggie Miller, in order. Reggie Miller, 144 playoff games as a Pacer. Unbelievable.
Yeah. And so 4 years with the team.
4 years,
total,
4 playoff runs. 4 playoff runs.
Oh, four different playoff runs.
And
okay.
and at least 4 years.
And 20 total.
And 20 total. Yep.
And then you're now organizing by most total playoff games.
Yes. So it will not be the year.
Roger.
So Reggie Miller has 15 years. Del Davis, number 2, has 9 years, 9 playoff runs. Smits has 10, but Smits is third because he only has 104 versus 115. So it's going to be based on playoff games here. So Reggie's at 1, Dale Davis is 2, Rick Smits with 104, Derek McKee, number 4 with 93 playoff games. Then Mark Jackson, Antonio Davis. Number 7's Miles Turner. Number 8, Austin Crozier. Number 9, Paul George.
Well, that is a tight grouping right there, too.
66,
Those guys
65,
are all between
65
65 and 67. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we get Travis Best, a George Hill,
Travis!
a Jalen Rose, a Roy Hibbert, a Jeff Foster, a Lance Stevenson, and a Jermaine O'Neal. Now, if you take out Paul
God,
George...
Lance had 53 playoff games for us.
I know.
Isn't that incredible?
I love it so
Shout
much.
out, Joey.
So, as we know, I'm going to take Paul George off this list. He's not allowed to be on any list. That is...
Due to his suckitude.
Yeah, exactly. That's 15 guys that have played at least 20 games and 4 playoff runs. Now, there's still 4 more guys that made this, but they don't fall in to the immediate number of playoff games at that point. So you've got to skip down quite a bit to get to Vern Fleming, who played 7 different playoff runs, and has 37 playoff games.
Okay.
Then Bender, Darren Collison, and LaSalle Tank Thompson. So without
What
Paul
about
George...
Jamal Tinsley.
Well, I was going to tell you that he doesn't count.
Okay, sorry. I was going to say he probably shouldn't, but
Right. So Paul George and Tinsley are franchise destroyers. They're not allowed to be on the team. So that is 19 guys, okay?
that's a lot of guys.
Every single one of those guys outside of Crozier has been or is on the Pacers top 25. Crozier never made it. I don't know why.
Never made it?
Never made it once.
Never even like snuck his nose in there like 24?
No. So
Was he on your personal list? Like after the game 3 against Detroit or anything? Like
I think, and it wasn't his fault, but I think that a couple things happened. Rick Carlisle made the decision to start Crozier against Detroit, and it totally worked, and we won the game.
Oh, it was fantastic.
It was a genius move. They
Made
didn't
no
know who
sense
he
to
was or how to do it. Right. And then, instead of going back to our original lineup, we kept Crozier.
didn't work.
All they had to do is look at some tape. He's not that hard to defend. And it was over.
He ain't fast.
He's not.
Also, they were very athletic.
Also, he had like 2 good games in the finals against the Lakers and suddenly got paid so much that he was on our team forever. None of those things are his fault. I also met him. He's very nice.
Congratulations on all your money, but you don't make the list.
That's right. He's also very nice. We met him. He's great. Okay. So now that's the 19 guys that I love, all those guys that I think this makes sense to me that this would be the heart of the list.
Sure.
Now, you now allow to players that have only done 3 years for the team. 49 wins would be David West. 44 wins with Jan Mahemny for some reason. Or not wins, I keep saying wins. 44 playoff games.
That happened fast.
It happened real fast. I don't remember
For a
him
guy who
being on
never
the
passed the ball.
And then Sam Perkins,
Smooth.
Chris Mullen, Haywood Workman, and Sam Mitchell. Again, guys outside of Jan Mahimny that have been on at some point or are currently on the list. So basically, I don't know why I make a list. I just need to be looking at the playoff rankings.
I mean, you are. You're just looking in your heart.
I have one more caveat now. I think this is interesting. If instead of making the 3-year rule, if we just keep going on playoff games played, the list becomes, after J.O., David West, Jan Mahimny, T.J. McConnell, Nimhard, Neesmith, Siakam, Toppin, Perkins, Halliburton, and Chris Mullen to round out your 25. See, now you're talking about this new era, and I don't have to feel like recency biased because these guys have already played 40 playoff games in 2 years. It's absolutely incredible.
And like, look, recency bias is all great and all, but there is just no metric that you could possibly present to me that I'm aware of that last year wasn't the most magical freaking year in the history of the franchise. I mean, It just simply was.
Yeah.
In terms of relative to expectation, in terms of, the fashion in which we did it, there was just real freaking magic to that. Mm-hmm. And anybody who's a part of that, they should absolutely be moved up.
Well, that's pretty much the whole
Pascal
team.
Was
so
central to that.
Right.
I mean, truly, right? But it was a magical thing, and it wasn't just one guy. I mean, Neesmith hit 5 threes and
it was 5. 6. I don't know.
6 threes in like 3 minutes. To I mean, just incredible stuff that just should not happen. Mm-hmm. And we're going to be talking about that for a long time. So regardless of what happens from here on out, I assume that those guys will continue to move up the list.
And that's the thing, right? All they got to do is have 1 or 2 more playoff runs with this group, and they're probably all in the top 15 in games played.
Yeah, they just are the top 10.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They're probably not going to catch Reggie, right?
Yeah, they can't get Reggie. No one can get Reggie. Except maybe Tyrese. Does Tyrese in theory have a chance to catch Reggie?
I mean, he's at 38 games played right now. He's what is 5 years in the league? If he stays,
well, yeah, but 3 years with us, those Kangs years don't count.
No, I know, but I'm just trying to say how long his career is going to be. Like if he plays till he's 40, right? Can he get another 15 years? Well, he's not going to be playing in the playoffs this year, but let's say, 7 years in the first round. I mean, Reggie didn't have those games. He had to play 5, game first rounds and still got to 144 somehow.
Yeah.
But yeah, I suppose it's possible. Why not? Let's have him gun for it. Gunning for that number 1 spot.
Hey, I would love to see it.
Real quickly, if I expand all these rules that I've made up to 30.
I mean, technically all rules are made up.
Yeah, technically. You get Hansborough, Anthony Johnson, Freddie Jones, Byron Scott, Ron Artest, and Baby Al comes in at 30 because I have to get rid of Artest.
All the best people.
I know. I love this.
All the best people.
Except Hansborough. I don't know why I hated him so much.
You got to have a Hansborough show up somewhere at some point.
Right. He was a mouth breather. So the only guys that have ever made...
You think he learned to breathe through his nose?
I think he might still. I think he did. He probably took a class.
Yeah, he's the assistant coach for nose breathing. Is that Lloyd Pierce's job on the Pacers? We didn't have him back then.
Oh, no. Bojan Bogdanovic, Bogey. He only played 11 playoff games for us. Thaddeus Young, Courageous Heart, only played 15. Oladipo only played 11.
Really?
Dwayne Farrell was once on my list. He only played 15 games for us.
Well, you're telling me Dwayne Farrell was once on your list?
He was.
But Austin Crocier was not? That is surprising, even to me.
That's what I'm saying.
And I talk trash about your list all the time.
Clark Kellogg never made a playoff game. So he was on the team when we were real bad.
That's okay. He
blew out his knee.
Helped build our identity and culture.
That's right. So yeah, that's the list. I think I'm just gonna I'm gonna have trouble getting Bogey or Thad Young off there. But
I'm not that mad at you.
Yeah. It's a pretty good list. Since we've done all that nonsense, currently Reggie Miller, J.O. at 2, Anthony Davis at 3, Halliburton at 4, Lance Stevenson at 5, Baby Al at 6, Dale Davis at 7, Rick Smits at 8, Hibbert at 9 for some reason still. I don't know. Loved that guy.
So broken.
Rose at 10, West at 11. TJ McConnell is now at 12.
Holy crap.
I know.
What?
I mean, he is so quintessentially a pacer, right? He's just the floor burn guy. He's been there forever.
You get no argument from me. He is the most pacery pacer, but he's also above Pascal. And that's, TJ, we love you, but enjoy that because
it's not going to happen.
May
for
not
long.
last forever.
It's not going to last forever. He's currently above Mark Jackson somehow. And then Neesmith, Siakam, Bogey, Collison, then Nimhard at 18. 19,
Collison?
You know I love Darren Collison.
Freaking Coalson.
19's Vern Fleming. Then Thaddeus Young at 20. Foster at 21. Derek McKee still hanging in there. Miles Turner, 23. Bender
Hanging in there.
Bender hanging in at 24. And Haywood Workman back. I don't know. It was
Coming back, baby.
Yeah, it's either Workman or George Hill, always right around there. And this week it's Haywood Workman. So
Haywood's my guy. Haywood's my guy. It's 25A, 25B. I'm good with that. I'm totally good with that. Now, what was Miles Turner last year at this time? Do you remember?
I think he was 11, maybe.
Okay, so that's got to be the biggest drop for someone not named Paul George.
Oh, I'm sorry. He was 9. Yeah, he was 9 last year.
Okay,
because he was 10 years a pacer, and that's a huge drop.
I mean, it's a huge drop, and in a year, to his credit, he managed to do just enough to stay on the list, which is more than we can say for PG, Jamal Tinsley. Ron
Artest,
franchise destroyers. He's a lot of things, but he ain't a franchise destroyer.
That is true. I think Paul George was 4, and then
he was definitely top 5.
Yeah, and he dropped all the way off the list pretty quickly. So
overnight.
That's right.
Overnight.
Well, there you go. That was the way too long-winded explanation of.
No, dude. If it was a weekend, I'd have done it for an hour and a half. The Coalson Top 25 is just my favorite thing. And, it didn't feel like a Pacers Top 25 because it was all mathy. There were rules.
Yeah, there's a lot of
mostly
mathy that I made up.
Them.
Well, I think I made the rules to make it work for me. Just whatever I wanted for the names to work out. It's pretty much what happened.
I mean, that's just how humans' brains work generally. But I'm just saying, you followed most of those rules that you set out most of the time. So I'm a little surprised by the whole situation. I don't know what to do with this.
I mean,
have you been replaced by an alien?
Crozier and Jan Mahimny don't really make sense in this list, but sure they do. I don't know. Maybe sure Crozier does. Jan Mahimny, man, 44.
Jan Mahimny? I am shocked.
Well, maybe I need to look more kindly on Jan as a former pacer, and maybe I'll consider him, and maybe he'll end up on a. I mean, he's not even in the top 45 Pacers top 25 list, so I should maybe do some research.
I mean, he's no hands, bro.
That's right. You know what? I think the reason I didn't like Jan is because he breathed too much through his nose.
I mean, it is disconcerting to have all that, all that fancy nose breathing happening.
Oh, dear.
Thank you so much for listening. Thank you, Coalson, for sharing your math. I don't know. I'm still very confused about what just happened here. You can find us on the internet. We're the Undebeatables. We're at Undebeatables on Twitter, Facebook.com/the Undebeatables. Undebeatables.com contact form. You can shout out at the Undebeatables. And we have a website. That's where you go for the merch that we don't really have. What you should do is go to a Pacers game and hope that Coalson shows up with 40 koozies.
That does
That's
happen sometimes. That does happen sometimes.
That's how it's done.
For the architect, Donnie Walsh, and the Pacers' first couple, Nancy and Bobby Sick-Leonard, turn out the lights, the party's over.
You're so rational today. Even that was rational. Who are you?
Oh, man. Yeah,
You've been domesticated.
I think that's what's happening. I really do think that's what's happening. Yeah.
Erica has finally figured you out.
I wake up in
you.
the morning. I have systems now. Things just get done in proper order. I'm dancing now. I don't know. I'm cooking. I'm cleaning. I don't know. Sleeping. It's all weird.
Weird. Well, the rationality was just off the chart today.
Well, I appreciate you being here. Sorry we didn't have the rest of the guys, but
yeah, well, we'll bring them back, and then we'll both revert to our normal level of complete irrationality. At
that's
every
right.
turn.
Somebody,
And,
we had to
will
be the
return to
numbers
normal.
guys because we didn't have our numbers guys.
What? We're terrible at being the adults. This is
right.
crap.
That's right.
We get Jason and Joey in here.
That's right. I don't know why I made all these math, backups for my what is basically just my heart. Why is there an equation to my heart?
Yeah, you don't have to rationalize that.
That's right. Suck it, Crozier.
Suck it.
No, you're a nice guy, but suck it, Jan.
France sucks.
He's just drive-bys for Jan for no reason.